Okay, this is our last award of the evening, and it's ADC's highest honor. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award. It's specifically the Hala, Salam, Maksoud Lifetime Achievement Award. And this is named for a visionary leader who built institutions. We're almost done, guys, almost done. She's nurtured courage and insisted the community be seen and heard. Tonight, we present this award to the legendary Dr. Rabab Abdulhadi. In recognition of a life devoted to advancing justice through scholarship. For decades, Dr. Abdulhadi has bridged the classroom and the street. She's produced knowledge that serves the public. She's mentored a generation of students. And she's refused to separate truth from responsibility. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Dr. Abdulhadi.
مساء الخير. السلام عليكم. I begin by acknowledging that we are convening tonight on indigenous people's land. Whether we are here in Detroit or whether we are in Palestine, we always want to, is this good? We always want to make sure that we recognize the indigenous people on whose land settler colonialism has tried to erase, to genocide, to get rid of. This country has tried to get rid of the indigenous people, and so has the settler colonial Zionist project in Palestine. This is also a very special recognition of Senator James Abu Rizq, who has founded the ADC 45 years ago. One of the attributes of Senator Abu Rizq is he also was indigenous, and he also fought for indigenous people's rights. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for him, the Child Welfare Act, Indigenous Child Welfare Act, would not have passed, and children of indigenous people would have been separated from their families, as we Palestinians also fight for family reunification and the connection with children with their families, and the rejection of anybody who is adopted against their will or taken out of their country, like Israel has tried to take Palestinian children out of Gaza and kidnap them ever. It's very important to recognize that. Senator Abu Rizq also fought self-determination for the indigenous people. Also in 1973, Senator Abu Rizq intervened to try to bring a peaceful resolution to the Wounded Knee, battle. And today, the Minister of War of the United States, and I'm not going to say defense, Minister of War actually gave medals to the military people who went against Wounded Knee at the time when Leonard Peltier has just been released, at the time when he is so old and he has lived most of his life in prison. This is very important on so many levels. On the levels of somebody today who spoke, a young person, Mahmoud Khalil, who spoke about his life and time as a political prisoner. and talked about what does it mean to be a political prisoner, and did not exceptionalize being a Palestinian as a prisoner, spoke about other prisoners and connected what was happening to him to Palestinian prisoners in Palestine, at least 10,000 in the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and 48 areas, and over 10,000 in Gaza as well, including people as health workers, Dr. Hussam Abu Safia, and others who are considered, quote unquote, enemy, illegitimate combatants, which we do not know. What does this mean by a country who signed the Fourth Geneva Convention and claims to uphold humanitarian law, which is every single day killing children and causing women to have birth control problems and engages in reproductive genocide? We are talking about a country that is engaging day in and day out in a war of genocide and trying to eliminate the future generation of Palestinians and prevent our people from living, because over 100 years they have been unable to destroy Palestine, destroy Palestinian people, and get rid of them, of their land. The second issue I think is very, very important is that today we also honor all the martyrs who have passed defense of the land. Whether we're talking about people who are here in the city of Detroit, whether we're talking about people all over the world, in the US, in Kashmir, in Cuba, in Puerto Rico, or whether we're talking about people in Gaza and in Lebanon. It's very important to think about that. Third point, this award, and I'm very honored to receive that, is in the name of Dr. Hala Maksoud, a woman who headed the Arab Women's Council, who was the president not only of the ADC, but also of the Arab American University graduate, who has shown, like all the women that we confront day in and day out, in defiance of any type of stereotyping, Islamophobia, Orientalism, that Arab women and Arab feminists are only always exceptional, standing behind, waiting to be saved by colonial feminism or by Hillary Clinton or people like that. It is such an honor to be able to receive an award after Dr. Hala Maksoud. It is also really important to receive this award from our organization like ADC, in which women, men, children, everybody comes together to organize for our community, to make us so proud, not to be better than other people, but to all fight for justice and refuse and reject the idea that our men, Arab, Muslim, Palestinians, men of color, are always constructed as bloodthirsty, as killers, as excessively sexist, as excessively homophobic, from whether we're talking about Emmett T. Hill or other men who have been lynched because of this idiotic, crazy idea that they're always lusting after white women, which we know it's stupid and not true, to the idea that Palestinian men who are going to actually fight are obsessed about Israeli women, to the idea that Frantz Fanon spoke about the Algerian men who were fighting also against the French colonists. We know it's not even true, but again and again these ideas keep being raised again and again. I also would be remiss if I didn't speak about the amazing Yemeni people who are day in and day out are asserting that BDS can be established. You can actually assert BDS because nobody can get into the Red Sea now to supply Israel with weapons, with ships of anything of this sort. Now, when we see Spain, when we see today Cape Verde, when we see another country on the world blocking Israeli warships from going there, and we see what is happening also to Yemen, it's the same thing. Yet other countries are not being bombed because the world is afraid to do that to Israel. But Yemen is being bombed every single day, and yet it's every single day sacrificing. And anybody who says that Arab people are not rising up in support of Palestine maybe needs to recheck their facts. The other thing is really important to check our facts. When people say that we are alone as Palestinians, we're not alone. There is a whole flotilla. Where is Chris? There is a whole flotilla. Handala was there. The flotilla this flotilla of Sumud, the flotillas from many, many years before, the ones, Mavi Marmara, there were so many flotillas that people keep insisting that we are going to risk our lives to go in order for us to bring food, medicine, and baby milk to people who are under siege. What better solidarity than this can be displayed? The fact that the whole world is rising up and defeating the Zionist goal of once again and again trying to genocide the Palestinian people. And the whole world is saying, you are resilient, we're resilient with you. You are constructing Sumud, we are with you in Sumud. All of this stuff, I was talking to a friend of mine over dinner, whether we are maybe too much optimistic. What are we? When I was saying, we are engaged, I believe in revolutionary optimism. I believe that we should maintain, not based on some kind of fantasy, but it's been over 100 years. It's been over 100 years, a people who have a few weapons. They don't have a whole lot. Most of the time, they only stay put on their home. They only continue planting olives. They continue dancing. Children in Gaza continue dancing. They're dancing every single time you look around. Despite the heavy sacrifice, and it's huge, it's heavy, we do not want any child to die. We do not want any child's pinky to be injured. We value life, and we do not demonize those who are oppressing us the way they are demonizing us, because we want to have a different life. We want to have life and love and happiness. We want to build a humane society based on justice for all. And we're not going to allow our souls to be corrupted like the fascist, Zionist Nazis who are trying to corrupt us. For that, we must, as many of our comrades have spoken today, we must engage in action. Words are not enough. We have to turn our words into deeds. We have to act more tomorrow than we did yesterday. We have to remember every single child, every mother, every man who is being attacked every single day. We need to appreciate where we're at, how much more liberty, freedom, and I'm not talking about the US supporting and being so happy about the US, the land of the free, I don't think so. But we're living, we sleep and wake up in the morning, and our tax dollars, and going every single day to supply killing machines. The only thing Israel is good at today and gets A++, and many of you know that this is my view, is being killing machine. Israel has not excelled in anything except being a killing machine. We are able to move the whole world. And when I'm saying we, I'm not only talking about Palestinians. I'm talking as Palestine as a signifier of justice. We are able to galvanize the whole world with us together to struggle for justice in order for all of us to change ourselves, change the world, and change everything around us until Palestine will be free and the whole will be free. Free Palestine.